Alright, people, welcome back. Let's get into this, shall we? Let me move some crap here. I realized. When you have an amazing studio like mine, you got shit that you gotta move. Anyways, hello everybody, welcome back. Let me turn down the volume so we're not drowned out too much. What is going on, guys? How is everybody doing? Welcome back to another show. If you cannot tell, I'm a little red. And the reason why I'm red is do not go to Crab Fest behind your local Circle K or you'll break out a little bit. Okay? Maybe a little bit of an allergic reaction to Lobster Fest or whatever it was back there. But I got a little bit of sun today and I'm a little red, so alright. Let's get into it, shall we, guys? I thank you guys for being here. If you like sports content and, I don't know, just stupid jokes, hit that subscribe button. But let's get into it. We got a couple things that we need to talk about today. We got to talk about how we have two teams so far in the Final Four, and that's almost set. And then the other thing that I would like to talk about a little bit is we'll just go around the horn on what's the thing I'm thinking of? Sports. Like we'll look at the NHL, we'll look at the NBA, we'll just go around the horn. You know what I mean? So anyways, guys, I thank y'all for being here. Be sure to hit that like button. Be sure to subscribe. Let's get into it, shall we? My first initial thoughts and reactions is I'm very surprised about this Arizona team. This Arizona team is proving a lot of its doubters wrong, and I'm not going to lie. I'm still going to pick Michigan to beat them. If Michigan can take care of business tomorrow against Tennessee, yes, that's who they're playing. Let me double check. And then UConn and Duke are playing. Yep. Yes. Don't know why I was... Okay, yeah, Michigan has to play... Oh. Let me show you what I'm looking at, guys, so you guys can see it. Whoops, my bad. There you go. You guys gotta see it more than I gotta see it. So, but no, if Michigan can take care of business against Tennessee tomorrow, and then, because I'm not gonna lie, waking up, okay, Duke and St. John's, I think I was leaning St. John's, and then out of UConn, Michigan State, I was leaning UConn, and then out of UConn and St. John's, I was picking UConn. I'm gonna stay completely transparent. Whoever comes out of the East, I'm picking them. I really think the gauntlet that all these teams have gone through to get to here. I mean, I know it's pretty chalk because it's like, okay, wow, 1-2, you're 1-2, but look at who Duke has beaten. St. John's. Look at who St. John's beat. Kansas, and then there's a lot of, I mean, UConn, especially if UConn can get to the Final Four, look at who they beat. They beat a pretty good UCLA team in the second half. Pretty good Michigan State team. Okay? And then if they beat Duke, look at that. Those are three solid teams. And then they have to go play Illinois, which, again, I talked about this a little bit, not in too much length, but one thing that I went over a little bit in one of the streams that I was a little kind of not nervous about, but I talked about it just a titch, where I said, watch, just because in the 23 season when we went through that bracket, UConn came out of nowhere. A lot of people did not pick them to come out of that region unless they were UConn fans, which, yes, I believe that. But, if you're telling me, oh, yeah, I picked UConn in 2023, no, you didn't. Because there were so many other teams, kind of like when you look at this bracket, how wow, the East is so stacked. Let me show you how. Let me show you the 23 bracket. March Madness bracket. Let me show you what it looked like. There we go. People picked Kansas, and then if not Kansas, they had a lot of people picking UCLA or Gonzaga. Like they just kind of crept up on everybody, just like how FAU did, just like how San Diego State did. Like this. Now, San Diego State, the reason why I think San Diego State ultimately got there is the momentum and just kind of swaggerness of, yeah, we just took down the number 1 overall team. And with Bama, with Auburn last year, because Kansas won, who was the number 1 overall in 2024? Was it Houston? It's probably Houston. No, I think UConn was the only number 1 overall that won it lately. Okay. Anyways, because again, with other number 1 teams going down and not getting too far, that's why I'm thinking this UConn game could be it's very obtainable, very reachable for UConn to get this win, because we've seen it in the past, whether it was Bama, Kansas, Baylor one year. Like, let me go show you. Like in the 21 year, it was Gonzaga. Now they got all the way to the final. In the 22 year, I believe Baylor was the number 1 overall, and then North Carolina ended up beating them. And then in 23 it was Bama, 24 was UConn, 25 it was Auburn. So very, very beatable. Man. Michigan State, man, they keep getting super close, but they don't get it done. I think they can win. I really do. I think they can be able to win it. Plus, didn't Michigan State yesterday, didn't they get in a scoring drought? Yeah, around here or something. And then, of course, you had the last possession too, where there was no shot. There was no good shot. And just this too. Look at that 19-point lead. Totally forgot there was a 19-point lead in this game. Totally forgot that. So you got that, which that's not good. But yeah, the last possession, Michigan State chewed a lot of clock, ended up missing the shot. And then I can't remember. Because it's not like tonight's game where you look at tonight's loss with Purdue. Purdue had the lead. Arizona had a comeback. Not gonna discredit that. A big key into how their game went the way that it went is in the second half, after Purdue ended the first half on top, obviously, very hot start, and they led at half big. Well, pretty big, 7 points. 7 points is, it's not huge and it's not unobtainable, but it at least builds enough momentum, I would say. But with their 7-point lead heading into halftime, I think the bigger thing is how much they were outscored in the second half. 48 points in the second half to Purdue's 26. That was their total points, but at one point they were being outshot 32 points to 13 points. Like it was bad. Their shot making ability just it was not good. They had that middle third where they were shooting phenomenal, They were able to get all their buckets. That's when they were able to tie it, and then take the lead into halftime, and then have the lead coming out of half. But then they stopped making those shots, and then Arizona started to climb back into it, where they ended up winning. So let me look here. So field goal percentage, yeah, 38%. Which I want to see. I wish it would show me. Let's do all periods. Let's do second half. I want to see makes and misses. Missed. Let's go. Actually, hold on. Let's do 3 points made, 2 points made. As you guys can see, 4 threes versus their 1. I don't know. I do not know. Dude, this isn't even freaking. This is NBA. This has nothing to do with college. Copy. Arizona for 3. Again, yeah, as you guys can see, 42-37, 16 minutes. This is kind of when I believe was there a scoring drought too? There was another game in one of these matchups. I can't remember it, where it might have been the St. John's game. Let's see. 55. Yeah, look at that. This one. So 50. So at 55-45, with 14 minutes to go left in the second, they only scored 20 points, and Duke ended up scoring 35. Oh, yeah, that's brutal. Yeah, one of these games, like, they went on a significant drought, but not a big drought like when UConn, not like that historic one with UConn when they went on a 30-0 run. Like, it was, yeah. Oh man, look at all the missed threes, top of the key. Yeah. And then this game was very entertaining. Anybody want shrimp and fries? Michigan controlled this game from the get-go. Like, this game was not in the second half. Like, look at the steady line. Love looking at the graph, but like, again, 28-43, just being outscored in the second half. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of missed threes. 14 for 47. That, you know what? Okay, I did not watch this game. What game did I watch? Because again, I was watching this game. I was watching this game because this game was in between. Like, they staggered, but this game was already out of reach. So I didn't watch this one too much to a T. But looking at the game cast, looking at the 47, they shot 20 extra threes. And so in transition, I would think, where's the points off of turnovers? 14, which that's not that big. Largest lead, 16. Alabama led for 40% of the game. They had a 9-point lead at one point. I'm thinking, with just the 3-point shots, you have you could have a situation where Michigan's lead builds because Alabama took a three, missed it. Michigan quick two. Okay, Alabama on their next, take another good look three, miss. Alabama gets another two. That's 4 points already, and then that's not to include also if I mean, how many threes did Yaxel make? He was leading everything in assists, points, and rebounds. Let's go look, see if he had any 3-pointers. 4 for 5. That's a pretty good day. Plus, I mean, shooting 48% from the three. Again, Bama misses its three. You turn around and score three. Bama gets 2 or 3 3-point attempts and they miss, and you bank, you know, a layup, a three, and then a tough basket and one. That is a huge 8-point to 9-point swing, if you want to look at it that way. Yeah, they dominated them. But so I was wrong on this prediction. I was right on this one. Purdue and Texas. I think I picked Purdue, and if I didn't pick Purdue, slap the back of my neck, because I could have sworn I picked Purdue. I don't know. But out of this one, I don't think I really had any dog in the fight, because I think, if I'm going to be honest, out of these two teams, I didn't care because I want Michigan. I've wanted Michigan UConn in the final. So, because I believe I had Arkansas getting past here. We had Gonzaga, so we had Arkansas, Gonzaga, and then I had Arkansas winning. And then I had Michigan and Miami, Ohio, and so then we had Michigan, and then I had Michigan against, UConn. Michigan against UConn or Michigan against St. John's. I didn't think Sparty. Yeah, I thought UConn or St. John's would win it. Let's go to, and then this bracket. Yeah, this bracket is. I would say, because Illinois hasn't been to the Final Four. Like, I know we've kind of been talking a little bit about Cinderellas, but this one seems very unique because there's parts of me that think Florida could have beaten Illinois. But kind of like my thoughts about the 23 bracket. Illinois has come out of nowhere, and how they have is they got their solid win, and then Iowa Iowa got a clutch bucket, played really physical against Florida. They beat Nebraska, but I think Illinois was probably a little too much to handle. And this also shows a little bit, okay, my opinion, not factual. It shows how stacked the East was versus the South. Like, if you throw St. John's where Nebraska was, or I don't know, like you put, who was the 4 out of this bracket? Nebraska, St. John's was 5. Like, there's just, I don't know, there's parts of me where you look, 1, 2, those are the only 2 teams out of this bracket side that I thought could be legit win the national championship. Yeah, Houston or Florida. Here, I only had one. So you only have one out of this side, Michigan. And then out of the West, 1, 2. And then out of the East, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So, because let's be real, even though Texas did get past Gonzaga, they weren't gonna win the national championship. I think I'd be really hard pressed to see to see an 11 seed or double-digit seed win the national championship. I don't think it's ever... I don't think it's ever been done. But double-digit to make the Final Four. I know VCU, NC State, George Mason, VCU, Loyola Chicago, Tennessee, Syracuse. Did any of them win? Seven double. The lowest seeds. An 8 seed. 8 seed Villanova in 85. Okay. So I think, yeah. Oh, wait. Could it be Illinois, Arizona? That'd be weird. That'd be a unique matchup. Weird, but very unique. Cause yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I didn't think Arizona would get this far, just because they have not in the past. They have surprised me tremendously. Purdue also went in a little bit of a scoring drought as well. Oh yeah, we already talked about that. Sorry, squirrel. Go away. We got this game mañana. Same with this game. I'm picking UConn, and then I'm picking Michigan. I know that seems really silly, but I don't think in its history, I don't think Tennessee has been to the Final Four in its program history on the men's side ever. And Michigan is just a freaking complete team. I have said that before, and I've given them some praise on that. And I'm going to have to rewatch some Iowa games or highlights and stuff to condense it a little closer. The feeling that I'm getting is maybe Illinois is just as of a complete team as Michigan. And I've just been overlooking them and sleeping on them because, yeah, I think, well, and another thing too, if I'm going to be super, super duper honest, I think the other thing too is if UConn can get out of this game against Duke, parts of me think another reason why UConn can win this game against Illinois is because they've played each other in the past before, and UConn's been able to whoop up on them. The 30-0 run in the Elite Eight 2 years back is the most recent one that I can think of. I mean, I talked about that a little earlier on the stream, but what is a kind of a reoccurring trend that you see? And let's even double check and go here and look at team stats. Because again, very complete team. 18. Now, at any point in any of these games, let's go back. When you look at Illinois' 105-70 win, because that's freaking ridiculous. Largest lead, 40. He was dropping 40. 29, 48, 47, 46, 45, 47, 48, 49. He was dropping 40. But 105-70, 76-55, 65-55, with their largest leading being an 18-point lead. Point I'm trying to make, and if you can't catch on to it, close games. Can Illinois play a close game? I don't think so. Now, I need to go rewatch some highlights, and it's like, well, actually, if you look right here, you'll notice, and with 10 to 5 minutes left in the first half, this was actually a 3-point game, and they did play really close and get through that slate. But scroll up here. This was a close game till the second half. This was a close game. UConn has played in these close games. Duke has 2. Duke has played, these 2 games. I think Duke did benefit from St. John's going in a little bit of a scoring drought, but this is also still a 5-point game. So Again, I think this game will be close, and that's what I have to be honest. I don't see Duke and I don't see UConn, neither of them, getting an 18-point lead ever. And to be honest, too, let's go to today's game. 12, okay, 12 or 10. Okay. Iowa, I will say this too. Iowa did come to play. Like, they did lead them in the first half. I did see that. But I don't see UConn getting a 12-point lead or Duke. Now, if it ends up being something like that where, yeah, Duke ended up winning by 12 or UConn ended up, winning by 13 or something, it would be one of those things where in kind of with the Michigan Alabama game is one of the teams just starts taking sloppy shots and then they can't buy a bucket, and it gets to a point where they're getting good looks, they keep missing simple layups, they'll get a wide open three, they'll miss it, they'll botch it, and so that's the only way I think this game could get out of hand, is if there starts to turn into terrible shooting and Duke's like, we don't care, we're just going to keep running up the score. Even though there's 3 minutes left, there's 2.5, 3 minutes left in the game. We know it's a 9-point lead, but we also know that your field goal percentage has cut in half and dropped to like 30% in the second half, and you guys are missing easy layups or something like that. But I don't know. That'd be kind of a weird collapse to try to predict, but I don't think that would happen. All right. That was good. Let's keep going, shall we? All right, so that's basketball. That's March Madness. That's my reaction to Arizona and Illinois winning today. It was, again, we can hear all off season during the transfer portal and the NIL that Cinderellas don't exist, blah, blah, blah. Iowa proves that they still do because of who they've been to get here. And I mean, if this was chalk, we're having Illinois versus Florida or Illinois versus Nebraska or Vandy, not a 9 seed. So yeah, all right. I've nothing real much else to say about March Madness, like, because there's just kind of nothing to talk about. The better teams won. All right, we could talk about the baseball. Let's go baseball. Why not? Okay, the Braves won 6-2 today. Walk off. All right, with a grand slam. Walk off grand slam. Which, this is in Seattle, so we're still on the West Coast. This makes sense. Because yeah, we're gonna have a lot of that. If I'm gonna be covering baseball, that could be. Dodgers played there. This must have been a day game or something, because that is one thing, is the California teams, when they play, same with Arizona, it's like, I mean, let's just hop over to the NBA right now. Oh, no, they're done. Well, it is Saturday. It's not a weekday. Because, like, freaking, like, let's go to, like, 7 p.m. tip-off. Let's go to Tuesday. Look at that. Look at that shit right there. An 8 p.m. tip-off. Why are we doing an 8 p.m. tip-off on a Tuesday night? That's 11 o'clock in the East. And that's 11 o'clock when the game starts. Game doesn't get over past 1. Like, it, I don't know. Like, you look at the Suns here. The only reason why the Suns are 4 p.m. like, whoa, huh? They're in Orlando. They're all the way on the East. All the way in the East. This might be a big game. Knicks Rockets. Let me go look at the standings. I think the Rockets are. The Rockets were the 2 seed at one point. They have fallen pretty far. And I saw, yes, the Bucks. The Bucks have lost. The Bucks stop here. I might need to make a video for that, and just a little fun play on words for the Buff stops here, the Bucks stops here, because I mean, for the first time in 10 years, I believe it's been, they missed the postseason. But you know, people are going to get loud in the off season and be like, "Oh, why is Giannis? Get rid of him, trade him. All of Giannis's talent's getting wasted." And it's like, look at his pay, look at how much he's getting paid, and look at the moves that have been made. Like, all of his starring cast and crew from that 21 year, they're gone. Drew Holiday, Portis, Lopez, PJ Tucker, like, they're gone. It's just him. It's just him. All of them have left. Same with, like, the same fate that happened to the Bucks is also what's happened to the Suns, where, funny enough, the only two guys that have stayed on their squads and stuck it out, Booker and Giannis. And I'm gonna be honest, which I don't think it would. Maybe it could make for a fun video, but a prediction that I've kind of had with Devin Booker is, I think Devin Booker, I don't think he's as good as Dame, because I think Damian Lillard's better than him. But I kind of have a feeling that whenever Devin Booker leaves, I wouldn't be surprised to see him win a championship his first year in a new jersey, where he trades and goes to Minnesota to be with Ant-Man, or he goes to Miami. You have Tyler Hero, Bam Adebayo, Johnny Juzang. You have Devin Booker. You know, but Booker. Here's the thing, though. Tyler Hero probably would be one of those players in the package that would leave, and that would be shipped out to Phoenix if Booker left the Suns. But let's see any other big news. Saw that the Grizzlies got eliminated because John Morant had his injury and he's out for the year. So it looks like, yeah, okay. So everybody's set. The 10 teams are already set in stone. It's just, where are we going to put them? And funny enough, surprised the Magic are down here. I think the Magic could get in and bump the Hawks down. Cool. Damn, is there anybody else on the team? Oh, I read that. My bad. My brain read that as Tyrese Maxey. And so I just saw all these Tyrese Maxeys, and it's like, damn, is there anybody else on the... Yeah. Look at that significant drop. 61, 34, 28. That is terrible. Get that off my screen. I don't even want to look at that. Please pass the Hornets. Hornets are in the 10 seed. That's so bad. Only 4 games above 500. That's terrible. That's bad. I think, if I'm going to be legit, though, I think I'll pick the Heat and I'll pick the Magic. So the Magic will be the 7 seed. They'll go play the Celtics. Heat be the 8 seed. I could see, realistically, out of the East, the only 3 teams that I could see playing for the NBA Finals are I think it's between Boston and the Knicks. I think Detroit can get maybe to the Eastern Conference Final. Well, hold on. How would... Okay, so we have a 1. You know what I need? Hold on. NBA playoff bracket today. Let's see if they have a playoff picture bracket if the playoffs started today. Yes! Thank you. Yes, this is kicking ass. Hold on. Warriors the 10. Are the Warriors the... Yep, okay. Alright, so then we go down here. Okay, so hear me out here. So I have Heat ending up being the 8th seed, Magic being the 7th seed. They probably get boat raced in 5 games by the Celtics. Maybe they sneak out one. I don't know, which is funny because if you ask people in the preseason, well, with all the trades for the Celtics, you know, the Magic are definitely, because no one thought the Pistons would be this good, or like the Magic were top 3. It was so ridiculous. But so Celtics. So Celtics move on. I'll have the Pistons moving on for the Heat. And now Raptors, Cavs. I'll have the Cavs. So then the Cavs will play the Pistons. I think the Pistons can get past the Cavs. Let's see if the Pistons can win on the road and sneak a couple out. Because there's parts of me that think that Harden's going to show up until Game 7. An inevitable Game 7. But Mitchell has extended a couple series. And the other thing, too, is Mitchell has gotten injured in a couple playoff series. So there's that. Okay, now the Pistons are already in the Eastern Conference Final against either the Knicks or the Celtics. This time around, I'm going to pick the Knicks. I really think I'm kind of buying into the Knicks hype of they're good. They're good, and I think if I'm gonna compare the Knicks against the Celtics, I don't know. I would trust Brunson and Cat a little bit more than Brown and Tatum, because I think what the East is going to turn into is, okay, who has a big? Who has a big? And if you don't have a big, okay, who has a solid 3? Who has a big 3? Because I mean, with the Nuggets inevitably play the Thunder, we know who's winning that. Spurs. Okay. Anyways, let's go Pistons. Pistons Knicks though in the Eastern Conference Final, and then out of that, yeah, I'd take the Knicks because I don't know. The Cavs were the 1 seed last year and they lost in the second round. And the other thing too of like they haven't been this far in a very long time. They haven't gotten this far since the Bad Boy Pistons, and I think playoff history. I think playoff history and experience is very key and important, and I would take the Celtics getting past the Hawks, of course. But a lot of the Knicks guys that are on the team now were there last year when they lost to the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Final, and not a lot of guys are still hanging around from that 24 squad with the Celtics, and so that's why I'd pick the Knicks over the Celtics. But then with how close, I believe they went to 6 games with the Pacers. There's parts of me, a little bit of redemption story where, okay, Knicks get over the hump. Phenomenal year for the Pistons, but I don't know. I couldn't. I don't see the 2-1 seeds getting to the finals because Thunder and Pistons. Oh, I wonder who's gonna win the finals. Come on, give me a break. Give me a break. Okay, out of Trailblazers, Warriors. I mean, if the game started today, shit, I'll take the Trailblazers. Clippers and Suns, I'll take the Clippers. But Let me just pick. Let's take 7 and 8 just like this. Okay. Clippers and Thunder. I think that game could go at least 5 or 6. Give me the Thunder though. And then the Suns. Give me the Spurs in 5. Nuggets, Timberwolves. Give me the Nuggets. Give me the Nuggets with a little bit of a give back. Because of the Timberwolves. Timberwolves got the Nuggets back in 24. When the T-Wolves got all the way to the Western. The T-Wolves have been to back-to-back Western Conference Finals, now that I've realized. But give me the Nuggets this time around. But then when the Nuggets play the Thunder, give me the Thunder in 7. Lakers and Rockets. Give me the Lakers. I know that's really stupid. But yeah, give me the Lakers. And then when the Spurs and the Lakers play, inevitably, give me the Spurs in 6. Give me the Spurs in 6, but at some point in this series, the Spurs will be up 3-1. I think it would take... Actually, funny enough, I could see the Spurs getting up 3-0 in this series at some point. But then with a little bit of Luka magic, Lakers fend off and at least get to 6 games. Because I think... So inevitably, we will have Thunder Spurs in the Western Conference Final, which I've been hitting that drum for a while. I really have. And then give me the Spurs. Right now, I'll pick the Spurs over the Thunder, which I know sounds super stupid. So we got the San Antonio Spurs and the New York Knicks, and then do I want to see the Nova Knicks or the Spurs? Which team is better? Probably Wemby and the Spurs. Probably Wemby getting this first. I don't know. I think the Spurs are very ahead of schedule. Like the fact that they are the 2 seed, unbelievable. Like it's super, super cool. Now the Spurs don't seem so stupid for tanking for Wemby, because it's like, oh well, they have arguably probably an MVP candidate, which. In fact, let's go look at MVPs. Two days ago, we have Wemby, Victor Wembanyama, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic, Jaylen Brown, and then Cade Cunningham. See, I would put, if the Pistons can stay number 1, I think Cade Cunningham should be a little higher on the list. Because I really think you take Wembanyama off the Spurs. How good are the Spurs? You take SGA off the Thunder. I think the Thunder are still pretty decent without SGA. You take Jokic off the Nuggets. The Nuggets are not even a play-in team. Hot take. He should probably be a little higher, considering with how much time Tatum has missed, and how, oh, will you look at that? They're still the 2 seed. He should be a little higher. I'd have him. Let me see. We got 28 points, 7 rebounds, 5.2 assists. Where would I put him? Probably a little over Luka. I was about to say Luka, and then not over Jokic. But I'd have SGA down a little bit. I'd have Wemby, Jokic, then probably Jaylen Brown, and then probably Cade Cunningham, and then SGA, and then Luka, And then after that, probably Donovan Mitchell. Donovan Mitchell should probably be a little higher too. Or, hey, where the hell is Jalen Brunson? Why is Brunson not in the conversation for anything? He's played 68 games. Yeah, Brunson's nowhere to be seen. And 5 more. Jalen Brunson. Well, this is listed alphabetically. Shit, you could throw Tyrese Maxey in there. Apparently he was leading in 4 stats on the Sixers. But, I don't know. I think... Yeah. Yeah, because if Brown and Tatum are both out for Boston... Oh, dude, Boston's sitting down here with... Where's the standings? Boston's sitting down here with Milwaukee. So, all right, let's go to what other stuff we got here. All right, let's go look at the standings. I saw the Padres were undefeated overall. So the Yankees, the Dodgers. I did see that the Dodgers swept. Padres are not undefeated. Okay, someone is full of shit and lied. I saw 3-0. Okay, so that was a lie. Someone's been lying. Ooh, let's play a little fun game. Out of the undefeated teams, Yankees, Dodgers, Marlins, Cardinals, Toronto, Mets, Braves, Brewers. Out of the undefeated teams, the teams that I think could legit make the playoffs and win it all. Yankees, Dodgers. Maybe Braves too. Braves are weird. Like yeah. Sometimes they'll come out of nowhere. And then out of the defeated teams, the Rockies, Rays, Athletic, Pirates, White Sox, Diamondbacks, and Giants. Out of the defeated teams, the team that I could still see make a playoff push and win it all. Give me the Giants and I thought the Rockies, dude, I thought the Rockies won a game. Okay, so that was a freaking lie too. Because there's memes about the Rockies being 1-0. And it's like, hell yeah. Give me the Giants and the Royals. If I needed to pick two, because no. All right. Okay, let's look at the divisions. East, I'll need to make a video. But for my predictions on winning the East, I have the Yankees. Out of the Central, I have the Tigers. Out of the West, I have the Astros. Well, I'll need to look between these three. I'll need to look between these two teams. If Seattle has the same roster and there wasn't a lot of turnover from last year to this year, I think the Mariners could go back-to-back West Division champs. That very well could happen. But I think with the history of how the West has been in the AL, I think it's been Houston for like the last decade plus. But then when it's not Houston and it goes to the Rangers or the Angels, it goes to them for like one season and then it's back to, okay, the Astros have won it 3 years in a row. I could double check that. I will probably need to double check that. Out of the East, give me the Phillies. Out of the Central, I want to pick the Cubs. Really, I want the Cardinals. I want the Cardinals to find a way to pull their head out of a place where the sun don't shine. But that would be who I want to see. But I'd like to see the Cubs. I'd like to see the Reds too. The Reds have been one of those weird... The Reds will be really good in May and June, And then right after the 4th of July, they they'll like it's clockwork. It's every single year. Because after the 4th of July, that's when the Brewers start to get hot and pick it up and then secure their division and then get like the 3 seed or the 4 seed. Last year it was the 1 seed, but you know, that after the 4th of July slate, that's when the Brewers have been able to lock in their division and get home field. And then the West, I'm not even gonna, dude. It's going to the Dodgers. And if it doesn't go to the Dodgers, give me the Rockies. No, probably the Padres. Which I know that's not original because it's like they're literally 1 and 2. But if you rewind the clock back 3-4 years, the Padres did win the West, and then they went through them as well in the divisional round because the Padres ended up playing, drum roll, the Phillies in the conference series, and then lost in 6, I think. Let me go look. Padres. Panda Express. Padres versus Phillies, right? Conference finals. Oh my gosh, it was 4-1. That's when we had the Bryce bomb when he went like that. His biggest one. Where's the Harper homer? You know what I wouldn't mind seeing too? There it is. Pimp the shit out of it. I wouldn't mind seeing a hell yeah, brother. I wouldn't mind seeing Braves Phillies sometime in the postseason. Okay, what in the Brokeback Mountain we got going on over here? No. Yeah, dude, just looking at the jerseys here, the amount of talent, the amount of freaking talent that the Phillies have, and they just don't. I'll give a little bit of leeway for the Phillies and the Yankees. They had a lot of injuries in their bullpen. They're just go look. Their key guys gone. It'd be as if is it Miyazaki? No. Dodgers pitcher. Yes. No, not Shohei. This guy. Yeah, his name's Miyazaki, right? What is his name? Yamamoto. Oh, it's Yamamoto? It'd be, which we definitely remember the Kershaw, Kenley Jansen. There's the Glass. No, he's still there. Never mind, he's still there. Urias. Where's May? Dude, there's May. Which I think he's a Cardinal now. Wasn't Blake Snell on this team? No, he went to the Padres. But yeah, it would be kind of the equivalent of if you shut down Shohei, which I don't know if Shohei's going to pitch this year. I'm going to go is Shohei. Because that's the funny thing about baseball is with injuries. Again, I don't know how to explain the science behind it. But, like, you'll have a dude who, like, he'll be out because of his elbow, and he'll have to get surgery on the elbow but he's fine to hit. And it's like, where, okay, so with, you know, the torque of swinging a bat, like, and using your muscles to hit a bat, how are you not affecting the same muscles that you use when you're pitching the ball? Now, I get you're trying to hit triple digits every time when you're pitching. I don't get it. I do not understand. Because what was his injury? He had the torn labrum in his left non-throwing shoulder. What was the 25 injury? Oh, it was non-throwing shoulder. So again, so if you hurt your shoulder, your non-throwing shoulder. Oh, this could have been the play here. Oh wait, is he a lefty? Hold on, he might be a lefty. Cause see how there's more of like brace on this versus just a normal compression sleeve. But like if you're swinging a bat and your shoulder, like if you have a torn, hold on, what is your labrum? A ring of fibrocartilage attached to the rim of your shoulder, glenoid, or hip pocket. Huh? Torn labrum. What is a torn labrum? Your torn LeBron. What does your torn LeBron look like? Oh, you can have a labrum in your pelvic region too. Again, this is for science, people. Science. Now let's go look at here we go. Glenoid, there's the socket. Labrum, there's the tear. Shoulder labrum. The bone. The ball. So is the labrum like the inside, kind of like the juicy, the gooey stuff, kind of like the labrums, the stuff that kind of connects it, the tissue that connects it, I guess, the glue. Like let's look at this. The labrum. Oh, hold on. Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. But again, when you're labrum. Wait, show hair. Torn left. Huh. Interesting. Left. Hold on. I gotta hold on. I gotta look at something here. So let's look at his swing in slow motion. Hold on. Of course, there's an ad. Skip. Okay, hold on. let's speed it up just a titch. You know what I want to see? The Phantom Cam. Do they have a Phantom Cam? That'd be pretty sick. So his left, again, with your torn labrum. See how, like, I don't know, wouldn't that, I mean, all of his power, yeah, it's coming from the hips. You see how the hips are swinging together. But like, if your labrum's chilling in here, look how much force is on that labrum. A lot of force, obviously, in your wrists and in your hips. Wouldn't that aggravate the hell out of it? I might be wrong. Oh, and even on the backside, when you have it stretched all the way on the follow through with your hip, and you're doing one of these, wouldn't that, I don't know. Here, let's look at more. Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani swing. Got some of this. Let's hold on, pause. Okay, good. It's muted. I was about to share. Yeah, wouldn't that put a lot of stress and pressure on the swing? Oh yeah, look at the full extension there. I don't know. I'm not a doctor, not a, I don't know. Brace. What do braces look like? Batting braces for shoulder. Oh, okay. I could see that. Onto the YouTube AI go, oh, he's showing boobs. He's showing boobies. Let's look at Mookie's swing for a second here. All right, hold on, do I have it sped up? Yep, I do. Holy reach. Look at that reach. Look at that huge leg extension. I wonder if he gets any what's the groin injuries. Oh my, that is a gross swing. Look at, whoa. Okay, I guess I haven't broken this down before and looked to a T. But like, look at how far, because his front leg is going to end up all the way over here. And then his non-dominant hand is going to end up like all like creeped up in his bot. That is so, what the hell? Well, and then look how, do you see how he's kind of like animated like a freaking, that is so, see how he like leans leans into it like a freaking cartoon character. That is so, whoa. I've never, oh yeah, look how tight to the body that bat is. Either the pitcher got him tied up high or something, because that is a weird swing versus, hold on, let's look at Babe Ruth's swing. You know, back when they were throwing piss missiles over the middle at a whopping, 60 miles an hour. Boing. Yeah, even Babe does it too. Get that big kick out with the leg and then just like an animated cartoon swing. You know who has the best swing, though? Don't make me do it. Don't make me do it. You're gonna make me do it. He's got a good swing. Oh my, get the hell. Always with the ads. You gotta play ads. Where is playback quality? Okay. And look how he doesn't look at how he doesn't drive his foot so much. His foot kind of just comes up and down. Hold on. Where are we? Oh, we're over here. Just a little lift. And over there. Not all the way over there. And like how he stays square, and then he drops his elbow and shoulder a little bit versus his whole. He's not like a huge, big wind up cartoon kind of swing like the Babe. Doink. Because I've always wondered a little bit too with baseball, where, you know, we have our football where undisputed, no questions asked, we know Tom Brady's the GOAT, because not only the records and stuff that he has, but the rings as well. When we get into baseball, like, we still think Mike Trout is one of the greatest of all time and one of the best baseball players. We think Babe Ruth is one of the best baseball players. We're now crowning Shohei Ohtani as one of the best baseball players of all time. With Shohei, he does have 2 rings now, so I will give him credit on that. But like, you look at, like, kind of, well, like, for example, what about like the greatest pitchers that never hit? You know what I mean? Like, pitching is still very important. Or the catchers that didn't hit as much, or when they did hit, you'll have, you know, guys like Cal Riley. It's weird because you have guys like Mookie Betts who were with the Dodgers. Not only did he win his in 2018, but then he won with the Dodgers in 2020. So he has 3 with the Dodgers, 1 with the Red Sox. Like, players now, they'll pass all the old legends with rings, but it's like, is Freddie Freeman really better than Barry Bonds or McGuire? Like, where I'm still kind of verdicts out a little bit, like, with those kind of comparisons, because if it gets into a ring debate, I don't know. You know what I mean? It's because if we're looking at just rings, wouldn't, you know, it's like, why is Mookie not the best, or Freddie Freeman? Why are they not the best? You know, if they had more rings. Look at the NBA. Bill Russell has the most rings, but he's not the best basketball player. So I guess I just never got into it or understood it. So, anyways, let's look at one more swing. Actually, let's do 2. Well, because, okay, so we're going to clown a little bit. Let's look at this guy, okay? So where is one that... There we go. Does this shot ever get into focus? Oh gosh, that looks awful. Never mind. We don't want that one. We want... Hold on. We might have something here with Harper. Oh, he does. Okay, he has a big kick out. Look at this. Look at that leg. Right there. He has a big kick out. He has a... Oh yeah, he has a big wind up too. Cartoonish wind up. And look at the splits too by the time he's done swinging. He's not stood upright or anything, like he's slouched over, very hunched. I mean, you can see the amount of that is so okay. Sorry guys, like this is real time. You guys are kind of seeing in real time me nerding out and looking at this because I've never kind of dug deep into. Yeah, look how far the shoulders are back. Oh my god. I've never done this before. This is kind of funny. Alright. Oh no. I'm gonna need a soda refill. Because like I've kind of done the history a little bit, like with quarterbacks throwing a football and who has a good spiral and who kind of, like, if I ever see anybody throwing like freaking, I don't even want to say his name. There's a certain quarterback who he throws with his shoulder. It's so bad. He's like shot putting the football. And if you know who I'm talking about, you get it. Freddie Freeman. Oh, whoops. Oh, he has a wide stance. What the hell? Okay, I guess I have never broken it down like this. This is so funny. Each of them, they all have their unique. Let's go back to the Braves. You know, he should have stayed on the Braves. Oh, I can already see by this steel image, he's got a cartoon wind up. See how far back that elbow is? Let's look at Tatis next. Okay, let's go here. Oh, he's got some. He's got a little bit of wind up with him. Cause like, look at where. I would say his foot goes down more. The knee. He drives more off of the knee. That's an interesting, kind of like a golf shot. No, he has more of a golf swing. That may have been just a low ball. Okay, let's go see Tatis. Let's go see what Tatis. Let's go see your swing. Let's go see what it looks like. Oh my gosh. Hold on. Ad. We got to play an ad first. Skip. Okay. Let's go look at Tatis' swing. See, look the difference between Freddie and Tatis. Freddie has a wider stance. But he's not standing as straight up as Kyle Schwarber either. Oh. Okay. There's something a little unique and different. Far leg curving in a little bit for the load up. It's, kind of a big step, but not too big. That ain't a bad swing. That's not a bad swing at all. You know what? We might as well go down this rabbit hole. Let's go see Vladimir's too. Home run. go look at his slow-mo. Slow-mo. Well, like a slow, but like a not too slow. These are getting a little. Oh, Barry Bonds. Oh, we gotta do this. Hold on. Let's go down the Barry Bonds rabbit hole. Oh, this is so choppy too. Okay. He's got a little bit of Fernando Tatis where outside. Well, like front leg knee tucks in a little. And then the push out. Not too much of a push out, no cartoon. Oh, he's dropping the hips like Schwarber. The knee, my bad. Foul ball. That was a freaking foul ball if I've ever seen one. Holy shit. Look at the baseball here. Foul ball. Okay, let me look at we didn't do Mike Trout either. Cause freaking the freaking Phantom cams, dude. Where the hell? Look at that. Where's that but for hitting? I want to see this camera angle for swings. They need to bring. I've been saying this for freaking ever. They need to bring the Phantom cam to. Oh, who's hitting here? Oh, I think it's Pablo Sandoval here. They need to bring the Phantom cam to. This might be super cool. Oh, that is so badass. They need to bring the Phantom cam to the NFL. If we've got too much ticky tack, oh, was it a first down? Was it a catch? Was it not? Was he inbounds? Was he out of bounds? If they put a Phantom cam, it would look so sick. Whose swing were we looking at? Oh, home run. Let's just do a home run. Home run. See if we had a home run today or the other day. Really? Nothing? Oh, what about? Hold on. What about the World Baseball Classic? I know he's had to have had something in the World Baseball Classic. Let me see something. Yeah. Here we go. Okay, hold on. Gotta do an ad. What show? Let me look at. Nope. Qualities. Nope. Quality's gonna stay the same. Kind of a golf hit too. Ball went right into the zone. Just watch it kind of starts over here, ends up right there. Just gone. Pitcher knew it too. The pitcher stared right at it like, oh, well, there it goes. Pimps it a little bit. Gone. Touchdown, crowd goes wild. Yeah, if they brought the Phantom cam, they need to bring the Phantom cam back. Where is? see if we can get something a little better here. Ooh. Well, how old? Hold on. How old is this video? Maybe his swing is. Oh, okay. This is from a year ago. Notice how his knees are together. That's a no. This is more than a year ago. Hold on. Yeah, this is way more than a year ago. Look at these freaking cutouts. No, but like, look how both of his knees are together. Nobody has that swing that we've seen so far. Oh, he's got big step out like Mookie and Bryce. Oh my gosh, it looks like he's gonna swing down. Interesting. Good rip. Oh. Let's do Ronald Acuna. Yeah, you can probably tell there's probably 21 or 22. Look at the empty seats. Oh, and the 150 here. Yeah. Oh, he's got a... Whoa. Keeps his shoulders high. Look how high that is. Oh, that was bad. Oh, this was choppy. Yeah. Yeah, that's too bad. Like, look at this. Oh my gosh, what was this recorded on a potato? Look at that. That was a terrible video. Where? That's going to be no better. Nope. I want to see like a slow-mo, like the art of a spiral. The art of the spiral. Come on. We have a couple good videos in this one. Let me show y'all. Where? There we go. Let's get this queued up here. Because usually, from what I've noticed, whether it's Mahomes throwing it or Trevor Lawrence, like if your wrist is like this after he throws it, just after a single freaking time. Like look at just like a lot of QBs now. Hold on, let's resume that. I'm gonna get a little bit of feedback. The other thing too is because I've watched a stupid amount of why he's a good thrower is the feet. And like half the time when he's throwing the ball too, his feet aren't even planted. So he's throwing from the 41, 42, 3 or 4. And that's off of his feet not even being on the ground. Or 1 foot on the ground. That would be so sick. Where is... La, la, la. Like it just kind of from the side, right out. Where is... like where it's like kind of the, not directly over the top, not a janky sidearm either, where your hand's doing a U, it needs to like do like a C. If you can master that, because like you look at guys like, I'm old. Okay, hold on. Okay, for example, him throwing. Do we have any? We probably have a couple videos here. Hold on. Hold on, we gotta do an ad first. We might as well do Stafford. Might as well do some Stafford and Jared Goff as well, because they're now modern. Voice crack! I was cleaning urinals at the Krusty Krab. Okay, here we go. Get back to it. Let's get back to it. They're doing this, where they're not even using this hand to keep it secure. They're just, it's hanging out. Okay, yeah, see how high that, no one has the ball this high. It's a little bit down, and then this hand would kind of be loose. It wouldn't be like directly on the football. Right. Oh, shit. It's so blurry. Sorry, people. Again. Let's do NFL. Yeah, these. Dude, these are freaking sick. This camera angle right here. The 8Ks. Dude. I don't know why they got rid of these. When they brought the 8K cameras in, I believe in the 2019 or 2020 season, and they got rid of them, I think, in the 23 season, because we haven't seen them that much anymore. They're sick. But if you had an 8K camera, that'd be super sick. Which, in fact, let me look up. I want to look up what a Phantom MLB Phantom cam. I want to see what a Phantom. Ooh. Okay. Maybe it is this. It's the motion capture speed cam. Agito is the heart of Emma. Ooh. There it is. This is what they... Oh, look at that bad boy on 4 wheels. This is what they use. I wonder how much these cost. Shopping. How much you can... No. From motion impossible. Well, hold on. Is the Agito the dolly that it sits on, or the actual camera itself? Phantom camera pairing. The Agito often used ultra slow Phantom cameras, 500,000 FPS. That's what the 2,000 per day, or upwards of 8,000 for long periods of time. Oh, it's the dolly. It's the dolly. I knew it. I freaking... There we go. That looks more reasonable. That looks more in my price range. 60,000 to 150 to... It's the Phantom Flex 4K? Or is this it broken it down? With the Phantom TMX series, the Phantom Micro series, and rental rates $2,500 a day. Oh, so this is it? Okay. Phantom high speed. Yeah, they've stopped using it. I don't know why. Maybe it's, I could be wrong. I don't know how many, like, it's not an IMAX camera, because there's only like 15 in the world or something like that, and it's like 80,000 a day. 80,000. I may have been a little a little wrong on those calculations. $16,000 a day. Whoops. Whoops, my bad. Which again, look at that freaking setup, dude. Crazy. Absolutely freaking crazy. Absolutely freaking crazy. So then, hold on. What does an 8K camera look like? $500,000 for camera. 8K camera. The NFL type of camera. Because I want to know the 8K technology virtual Sony's Hawkeye Innovation 8K camera system. Because it's the interns. Oh yeah, see, this was the debut, the Seattle game. Yeah, this was in 2020. Because look how empty. Look how empty. Oh no, wait, that's just a Washington game. No, I'm teasing. But they had, yeah. That's I can tell you right now, that's not the 8K camera. That looks like just a regular run-of-the-mill camera. But the wait a minute, is that really the mirrorless? And it caught the viewer's attention. Really? Maybe it is this. This looks more accurate. Yes, this looks more accurate. It kind of, it has like a box look to it. Sort of, but yeah, you got your field press people that sit down there and do it. What a badass job. Must be such a badass job. Well, what do you do for a living? Oh, I just watch football. That's what I do for a living. Yeah, this was huge. This was huge at the time when the 8K camera came out. I don't know why they stopped doing it. Because the NFL has enough money that it could keep doing it. And then these cameras are absolutely sick. One day, they'll get there with the technology. It'll just take time. There's going to be a day where the Skycam is not. The fact that we have a Skycam, I think, is cool enough. But we're going to get to a day where it's on a drone and someone's just flying the drone. Let's do a little bit of research. When did the NFL start the Sky? Like, look at that shot, dude. This. Okay, so the pylon cams too. The NFL began using Skycam in 2002. No, the first one was in 2001 for a preseason game. No way, really? Invented by Garrett Brown in 1984. No. Well, back in 1984, they were freaking. They didn't even have the score bug up the whole time. That's a lie. Don't lie. There's no way. Again, this is so sick. When this happens, rarely, if ever, does it happen. But when you have here, let me show you. These are the sickest shots, and this is the one I'm thinking of in particular. Hold on, we're going to the depths of Reddit. I might need to proofread this screen. Might need to screen this first. Okay, here we go. Will look like the perfect tracking shot. Perfect. Oop, get off me. Now it's all the way aerial, and then it switches back the other side. So sick. When they did, let me see, Giants versus Packers, the pan cam, that was so sick. Where, not fan, 180 shot. There's a camera shot. It was during the London game. Packers versus Giants, London cam. It was before the play. If you guys probably know which one I'm talking about. They did like a 180. It was so sick. Packers, Giants versus Packers 2022 pre-snap cam. There we go. We could do this. Does it show it? It's like a... Come on. Maybe, was it a tracking shot? Maybe it was a tracking shot. Gosh, you're gonna have to make me do this the old-fashioned way, aren't you? Hold on, let's go look up. Let's go look this way. Hold on. Giants versus Packers 2022 tracking shot. We might actually, hold on. Let's go to we cannot be this. There we go. Shit. Cannot be this hard. This angle. Everybody knows this angle if they've watched the NFL. Look at this shot right here. Absolutely freaking cinematic. Why have they not used this kind of angle before? Like, that is so... And the fact that... Not saying that the London game was a throwaway game, but, like, we haven't even seen a shot this cool in any of the Super Bowls as of late. Like, this was just a regular game, middle of September. Like, if you busted out one of those in the Super Bowl, bro. And again, just so... And the other thing, too, with how low it is... Maybe, okay, with drones on the field, someone probably complained about it. That's probably why this hasn't... Because look how low that is. That is a drone. That's not the sky cam, and then it pops up back out. Because, I mean, look how, like, camera, I would say, is about, I mean, like, center of the frame. Like, we're elbow length, okay? Which there's probably regulation that the sky cam needs to be 15 feet above... You know, like it probably needs to be lined with these. There's probably a measurement that's probably 30 feet off ground level. Anyways, but yeah, one of the most freaking cool shots in the NFL, and it didn't even happen in America. That's another funny thing too. So, all right, let's keep it rolling, shall we? Let's keep it rolling, people. Sorry. So we had that. We went over the MLB. Arizona reached their first Final Four since 2001. We haven't gone over any of this, which we could. Yeah, we haven't done any draft buzz, which we should. Oh, Stafford. We never looked at. We never looked at his throwing motion in slow-mo. Oh, here we go. We'll meet in the middle. We'll do a little bit of Joe Shiesty. Joe Burrow. Just good throwing mechanics. Yeah. And again, could you picture how sick it'd be? Well, just, and again, this comes with technology advancements, but like, you're not seeing a clip of Dan Marino throwing a football like this. Warren Moon, none of them. Terry Bradshaw, no. You're not seeing any videos. There's kind of a, and again, look at where the hand is. Kind of that full extension, kind of a C. Dot every freaking time. And again, look at where the wrist is. It's got kind of like that. That was a no looker. No looker. Looker, I hardly know her. I think it's funny how where see his throwing motion. Whoa, he. Interesting. Huh. You know what I kind of noticed with Mahomes is, and maybe it's the way I pause it, is everything comes together like that when he throws it. With Goff's, it's like the front side of his body just stopped, and the final thing was his arm just like throwing a javelin. Like it's like the leading part of his body stopped, and then the final form of him throwing the football was just the arm swinging out. That's what I noticed the difference between. It's hard. There's not like I mean, there is a little bit of a breakdown. Well, this is an old ass video though. Look how like much the wind up is there. But oh, Big Ben throwing the ball. But like, I don't know. I think there's only so many ways you can throw a football. I know that sounds stupid, but like the way of how QBs throw a football versus how players swing a bat. I mean, we watched how many players swing a bat, and every single one was a little different. Like it did break up in like little subcategories of like, do you look a little cartoonish, like a Looney Tune? Is your leg going out, or are you golfing your swing? Like There's like it was either upper body or lower body, or how much were you reaching for the ball when you were swinging. Like how much did you load up in the swing? But like with quarterback movements, there's not like okay with you look at Joe Burrow and how Joe Burrow's throwing motion. Justin Fields is exactly the same. Trey Lance is exactly like again we have a little pat and then throw, and then it's gonna show a little pat and then a throw. And then we'll see Trey Lance, a little pat, and then a throw. Like I guess some difference in variations could be how wide they chicken wing a little bit when they throw the ball. Like do they go absolutely flat when like watch right boom, like how their arms go flat when they're about to throw the ball. Um, someone who someone had a lead. Is it which quarterback when they throw they have the leading hand? Is it Tebow? Don't throw like Tebow. Let's be real. Don't throw like Tebow. You will find your way quickly out of it because everybody dogged on the way Tebow threw a football, which is like okay, yeah, sure, whatever. But I mean, oh wait. What's funny is Tua Tagovailoa throwing. Oh my gosh, maybe it's just lefties, but look how deep that elbow drops when he's throwing. Is this Logan Paul? It's one of the Paul brothers, isn't it? Yeah, look at that. Look at how far back. Okay, big wind up. Oh, I missed it by freaking hair. Oh, but like the arm is. I don't even know how to explain it. Because I remember there were memes of like Tua throwing the ball, and that like they reversed the image to make him look like a righty. And it's like, you know what? Tua doesn't have a bad spiral when he throws it with his right hand. Because I think it was after the meme of him saying like he was forced to learn how to throw with his left hand and not his right hand or something like that. That's like, could you imagine how accurate and good of a QB he could be if he was throwing with the arm he's supposed to? It's just like a stupid dumb meme like that. There it is. Do you see? Okay, with just the thumbnail alone, do you see how the arm is kind of like catapulted back to? Yeah. Anyways. No way. No, shut the front door, bruh. Shut the front door. Look at this freaking angle. Again, one of the best, craziest freaking throws in football history. Right in the freaking bucket. Freshman to freshman, by the way. Freshman to freshman. How freaking sick is that? one of the craziest freaking throws ever, dude. Okay. Let us. Yeah, there's huge breakdowns, and there's a big science to it, and I will say though that there is a difference between throwing a football with pads and without pads. There is a difference. Um, okay, let's get back to it though. Let's get back to it. All right. Did we talk about the NBA? We did talk about the NBA. NHL. Let's go to the NHL, and then let's wrap this biddy up. Oh, the Flyers take care of business against the Red Wings. I think because the games that were tonight. Whoa, sorry, shaking the table. Sorry, people. With the games that were tonight, Flyers were up 3-0, and so that's why it continued. Yeah, sorry, like it shakes a lot when I bump it, and I don't mean to. But the Flyers were up at 3-0 at one point in this game, and I just stopped watching because it's like, oh, okay. Oh, they're up 4-0. What the hell? They're up 4-0, and then just let the lead. Oh my gosh, that was bad. That's actually okay. I'm surprised the Red Wings actually didn't come back and win this, considering you're up 4-0, and then oh, here they come. All right. What about tallies? Tallies the goal for that. Okay. Who else played today? Senators and Lightning, Panthers and Islanders. Did this game eliminate the Panthers? Let's go look at the standings, because I don't know. Oh, they're not. Chicago's eliminated one of these days. There's no way they could be too far off from being eliminated. Let's go conference. Maybe conference will show it. Because I mean, dude, they're second bottom. Huh. Let's go wild card here. Maybe wild card will show me something. Show me something different. $87.73. Yikes. Wow, I look really red. Damn, I look really red. Okay, oh my gosh. Okay, the Avalanche are definitely pulling away from everybody. I'm looking here. Okay, so 77. So Calgary and Chicago definitely eliminated. I think they have a shot. They have a shot. Yeah, I think they're too many points behind. Because you string together 2 wins, and then you're at 77 points for the Blues. But then you string together 2 wins for Florida, and then you're up to 77. And then 77 puts you between the Devils and the Capitals. And then that still doesn't, like, 87. Yeah, they're a lot. Yeah, they're probably not making it. They're probably not making it. Let's go back to the score. So Oilers beat the Ducks 4-2. Oh, man, I missed the Penguins. Could have watched that game. Bruins beat the Wild. Hurricanes beat the Devils. Sharks beat the Blue Jackets. Really? Really? The Shark. Wow. Okay. Kraken Sabres. Really? This is my Western Conference Finals prediction last year. Jets and Avalanche. And then the Capitals beat the Golden Knights 5-4 in a shootout. Okay. Flames. Mammoth beat the Kings. Oh, hold on. What do we got here? Oh, an ad, that's what we got. The Tank Bowl. We got the Tank Bowl in the East over here. F1. How are we looking in F1? Have we had a race yet? Where's our in progress? It's in progress right. It's going right now. Mercedes, Ferrari, McLaren. Lando Norris is 6th. Where's Verstappen? He's in 8th. All right. Let's see. Yes, because he won the Australian one. Which again, the aerial shots. You see the aerial shots too when it's showing the whole track. It's so sick. When's Japan? The Japan Grand Prix. Oh, it's currently going right now. Okay, what about I'm gonna guess BR, Great Britain. Oh, Bahrain. Okay. Oh, it got canceled. Oh, never mind. So they're racing right now, and then they're not gonna race again till May in Miami. Okay. So we got 3 races, and then we got a little halftime break. Okay. I don't think they would reschedule anything, would they? I don't know if F1's. I don't know if F1's ever done that in their history. Let's go look at what game did I see that was. So the Stallions ended up winning that one. Defenders and Battlehawks, Renegades and Gamblers, the Aviators and the Storm. I think the Storm are a new team. And you know what kind of stinks about the UFL is the player breakdown. What do we got over here? Oh, pick 6. Yes, I saw the I think it was the Defenders game against the when the Defenders came out of halftime and their first drive I think was a pick, like 3 plays in. I was like, yeah, I'm not watching this. But when you look at, and again, this is just so you just look at the tab here. You got draft, score, schedule, standing, team, stats, depth charts, power rankings. You can look at every individual team, go down your own little rabbit hole. But then with the UFL, nothing. It just shows you score. It doesn't show you game recaps, like nothing. It just shows highlights. But then with the NFL, if you go like home, scores or whatever, like you can look at the game cast and you can look and go, oh my gosh, and just like go about everything. And I kind of wish, I wish the UFL, I wish the UFL would do this. I don't know if it comes down to funding or like jobs or anything like that, where, well, no one actually is paid because nobody's watching or something like that. I don't know, because I think, I don't know, it'd be cool to see the difference between that, instead of just, oh well, I try to watch the, oh my gosh, and I try to click the highlights and it's not even showing me the highlights. So it's like, man, that's unfortunate. And then I bet if I go to, see if I go to a YouTube channel, see if it will even, does the UFL even have a YouTube channel? UFL. Oh, they do. Okay. Okay, good. They got a YouTube channel. So then if I wanted to look at victory speech, press conference, full game highlights, 6 hours ago, 10 hours ago. So if I wanted to, oh, okay. It'll show the game. All right. Yes, here it is. This is the pick. This is the pick I watched. Okay, so again, we're coming out of the second half, and I think the game that was happening the other day was the UConn. It was probably UConn Sparty, and it was halftime, so I was just flipping through the channels. And then, so I happened to tune this on. 2 plays into it. Oh, not even 2 plays. Look, it's 1st and 10. Pick. And then, I mean, it's 10-6, so it's kind of like, yeah, I'll go watch something else. Because the UFL, if you're watching the UFL, you got to be a sicko. You got to be a sicko for football. Because, like, really, you can't take a break from football for a little bit and just go enjoy March Madness or something else, a different sport. You gotta watch more. You gotta watch spring football. You're a football sicko. I think World Cup's ready. Could be wrong. Winner playoff of Path D. Nope, we're not ready because we got Path A, Path D, Path C. So there are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's still 6 spots still open. 6 spots still open for. Are these our kids? They don't look too bad. 6 spots still open for the World Cup. You know which kits look real good? These kits look fire. They look so good. All-time jersey matchup. This was an all-time jersey matchup. The blue on blue. France's blue on blue look good, but France is also, I'm not gonna lie, when France and Croatia played, this was an all-time jersey matchup too. Why did I think they were wearing their, hold on, France 2018. Maybe it was in the semis. There was the blue white red look. Yes. Well, hold on, that's their warm-ups. Where's their actual? They wore the blue, white, red in one of the games, and it looked real good. Maybe it was. You know which ones also looked real good, kit wise? These ones looked good. one looked good too. And that was such a 20 early 2010s era thing too. This three stripe Adidas. The Adidas, like, it was ever, which that like, that's Adidas thing. That's their trademark, but like it was everywhere. The three stripes, even to the college football level, high school football, like everybody had the 3-star looks. You know what look went away too? The collared look. I think the collard's pretty classic. Because you look at Germany's kits now, not the same. They had this is what they wore. Yep. Which, I'm not gonna lie, they look very monotone, very, I don't know. I like the flashy. Like, even the little pizzazz here on the pants. Oh my gosh, like, even that looks better. The little, the flags on the sides, like, pointing, like, with the arrow, it looks a little better than, I don't know. Even that looks better. I don't know. Let me look at, I don't even know if I want to, well, it looked, you know what, I would take this over this, whatever the hell this is. The 20, let me look at the, nope, hold on. Was this only the women's? Oh, it was. Where was, there's a switch. Which I kind of don't blame that the women's team has a little bit more aura on their kids, because they're a lot better than the men's. They're a lot better than the men's team. These ones? No. History. Whatever we got that. Oh, here we go. Here we go. We got a little. This one doesn't look too bad. This one looks good. Well, what did U.S. Soccer 2022 jersey? What were we wearing? Okay, and then 18. Yes, this one looked pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good. Yeah, this one's pretty goated. That's pretty good too. Pretty simplistic. Just the single band. Spain's are so clean, so freaking clean. Again, it's clean. You can't beat it. A little pizzazz too on the side. Looks real nice. It's got a Michigan State type feel to it, where one side versus the other. 22, pretty clean. What'd they do with 26? with the all whites, I see. Oh no, blue sleeves. Blue sleeves. Well, what did Spain? What did Spain wear in the Euros? Oh yeah. Oh, they gotta bust these out. These would look nice. These would look real nice. Yellow shorts. Would yellow shorts look bad? Or white shorts? Spain. Oh, Spain kit white shorts. You put okay, the reds with white. I don't think that would look bad at all. Now put this as white with the yellow stripe, or yellow shorts with a red stripe. I don't think that would look bad. That wouldn't look bad at all. Because Argentina has done this a handful of times, where one year, there he is, Mr. Perfect. No, one year they wore like the dark blue. One year they wore white. One year they wore black. They've worn dark blue. I didn't like this kit as much. This kit is not. No. I like this one a little bit more. A little less neon. I do like the multiple stripes aren't that bad. They're gonna do. Oh, are they gonna do this for FIFA 26? If they would, it'd be a little bold. I don't know how. Parts, like, what would have been so bad with this? This uni combo would have looked good. Or you put, because Germany's Brazil, again, their black and reds looked good. Their black and reds looked very good. And then, am I tripping? Why do I feel like Brazil has worn green shorts before? Like, I don't know why my brain tells me no. They wore green. No, they've never worn green. It's always been blue or white. This would look bad. Don't do it. Green trunks. Green trunks. Yeah, like my brain, somewhere my brain has been like, yeah, they've had green shorts before. No. Again with the collared look, bruh. Clean, super clean. No, I didn't. No. Nope. Yes, these are the one. I know it looks so stupid. Stupid. Well, stupid's not the right word. Like weird, like because it's like, what the hell? Why is there a cutoff? Like these are clean, but like the half and half, I like this one the most. I'm interested to see what they're gonna wear in 26. Go back to a simpler time. Because look at the reason why is because look at this. Let me show you something. So they went from this look, total aura, you know, kicking ass, and then they went super simple, less spots, which okay, whatever. Like there was one, was it 24? They went 1 year, kind of like the little flurry on the side for Spain. I feel like there was 1 year where they just got rid of, like they made the checkerboard a little smaller. They either made the checkerboard smaller or bigger. I know. That, yeah, there it is. Where like they put it on the bottom and it's like, huh? What? You're getting rid of all the pizzazz in the jersey. Yeah. So clean. This is such a cool jersey. And I would take it over. I would take it over this. This one didn't look too bad, but it was kind of like, you know, okay. Trying to think of. Trying to think of any other kits that look super cool. I think that's it. Mexico. Those looked cool. I think Canada's could have a little bit more flurry. A little more pizzazz. Yeah, because, like, come on. That looked... And the way it went into the green shorts, like, it looked good. Yeah, there's Germany's. I think this is Colombia, and then Spain. What about Morocco? There we go. Morocco World Cup 2022. They had some cool jerseys too. The one and the one and one always looks pretty good. The one all the way straight down looks clean a lot of the times too. Like the one color concept. Because I don't know what it is, but for soccer it doesn't look bad to have two separate colors. But then you switch over to basketball, like for example, look at the Knicks, okay? Like it needs to be one color. The second you have NBA bad jerseys. I love how people like hate on these jerseys when it's like they were so sick. Okay, here we go. This does not work. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but like the two separate colors for basketball, it doesn't work. So I gotta mess with my chair. We've been streaming 2 hours. Shite, people. We've been streaming a while. Sorry about that. Holy shite. What the hell is this? This is not a good jersey. That's a bad jersey. Again, the NBA needs to go back to this kind of aura of, do I need to come on, like it looks so clean. Like, you cannot convince me. Oh, whoops. Yeah, you cannot convince me that this jersey, you cannot tell me that they look worse than this. You cannot. Even Hornets. The Hornets jersey. Even though the Hornets are like, they're not that good. I mean, they're the 10th seed historically as a franchise. Retro. Like, dude, come on. No, where's there's a big old Hornet. Did I ever tell y'all the prediction I had of Steph Curry retiring a Hornet? That's a prediction I have. But, like, it'll be for, like, 1 year. Retro jersey. Again, you cannot convince me that these Raptor jerseys do not look good. You cannot convince me that it looks better. It looks so much better. Like, come on, it just, yeah. Like, I'm sorry, but like the Arrow and Raptors, that compared to, where's the red one? Where's the red jersey with the Raptor on it? Oh, it was right there. Oh, I lost it. But they never wore this in a game. Hold on, where's the shoot? I'm getting stinking tired. Oh, well, it was somewhere around here. Yeah. Or the worst of the bunch. The worst of the frickin' bunch. Look at these Grizzly jerseys, man. The logo, the font, the color. Like, it. Look at that. Yeah, when they did this in the bubble, it looked so good. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Like, it's freaking. It's sad that is what the NBA has turned into, where we could have cool ass jersey combinations and like jersey matchups of all time every single time, but it's like, no, we're gonna keep it very monotone. And then not only that, we're gonna have, who's the worst of the bunch? Not only that, we're gonna have the Cavs. Yep, let's pick on the Cavs real quick. Yep. Not only that, we're going to have the Cavs wear a color that's not even theirs. Like, it's just so, it's weird. It's weird. Like, I don't know. Okay, wait, hold on. Where's. Yes, let's do those ones. Nope. These ones don't look too bad. These ones are actually tight. I don't know. When yeah. Was not too much of a fan of Warriors. Was not much of a fan of the town in this whole era. Because when was this ever the Warriors colors? This one's pretty good. Not that bad. This one, it kind of grew on me. I think they wore this jersey. Warriors flower jersey. I think they wore this jersey in a playoff game one time. I can't remember. I did not like these ones. The electric blues. At least that's what I call them. Because there was a huge lightning bolt down the side. And it's like, y'all aren't the Thunder. Now, okay. Because we got the town car, the trolley. If instead of a lightning bolt, it was, yeah, there's the lightning bolt, see? If it was something like train tracks, maybe that looked pretty cool. And again, these looked super sick. Not bad. Like, they're good. One of Curry's best years, man. But nothing can beat, like, these whites were so clean. And again, look how clean these jerseys are. Clean. Kind of clean. Like, just the brandings, man. It's too much. I wouldn't mind going back to this era of the NBA. Where it's just like. Because watch, how funny would it be, and I can see this though, is if, like, let's say, I don't know who their sponsor is now, but like if one sponsor, like let's say I'm a bajillionaire, I'm like, you know what, I want my team, my company, my brand or something on this NBA team. If one of them took a stance and kind of went, for my brand, I'm going to take my brand off of their jersey. I'm still going to pay the millions, but it's to get my brand off their jersey. All other 29 teams would start to do it because it'd be like, that's trending. That's what everybody else is doing. And then it'd be like, everybody's gone. That's what Mr. Beast, if you can hear me right now. Like, because, hold on. Char. Let's just do Hornets. Feastables. Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast. There it is, yeah. But it's like if you I bet, yeah, I bet if someone did that. Okay, here we go. This. When was this ever Charlotte's colors? These are not Charlotte's. And that's the other thing that I kind of am a little like about with the NBA. There it is. There's one of them. But it's like, yeah, if you have them take the logo off, it would catch enough buzz online because it'd be like, whoa, out of all 32 NBA teams, you know, the Hornets don't have a logo on, and then they do research and be like, well, it's because, you know, they wanted to take the logo off to like clean up the jersey, and then everybody be like, that's the trendy thing, and then bam, that's I'd love to see that happen. Because the last thing, um, here's the thing, it's different. Like, let me show you something. Okay, like for example, when Messi was still with Barcelona. Okay, so there's the years that he didn't have the logos, and then there were the years that he did. Like, no, was it who? Ronaldo, Real Madrid. One of them had an Xbox. Which soccer team had the Xbox logo? Seattle Sounders. Okay, but it was like was it a PlayStation? Soccer PlayStation. I don't know. Some of the oh well, he has a Super Nintendo on his Sega. Sega, that looks pretty sick. But like, we're gonna get to hockey jersey. No, this no. Where is the foreign hockey? Foreign hockey, foreign hockey. Pro. What about, hold on. Canadian Hockey Leagues. CHL teams. Hold on. Watch this. Let's go around the horn here. CHL. Where is the freaking, or maybe it's the Russian. There's just, here, hold on. Let's just do him now. Where, let's just do whatever team he's playing on now. Oh, there we go. Boom. Okay. I don't know if y'all can see it. See half of it at least. But like, whatever league, oh my, there's a good one. Yager. Whatever league Yager's playing in right now. Like, as you can see with even the opposing, we got a shoulder, we got an, forearm, we got up the pant leg. Like, you can just see all the brands all over. And I hope that that's not what the NHL and the NBA and stuff turn into, because this is not cool to look at. It's not. They're barely getting into they're barely putting logos back on the lids. See? Like we still got brands and stuff on the jersey. But yeah, this is a newer photo, but like you see how the Penguins logo's still on the lid. And like funny enough, which maybe it's because it's the lid. But like we'll go 3 or 4 straight games where no, we're having a brand, but then all of a sudden we get like a we or no, it's the other way around where we'll be on like an own private Pittsburgh network or whatever, but like the second it gets to like a bit like the games on ABC, it's like there goes the Penguin logo. We got to put a brand there or something. It's like son of a gun. Or in an opposite turn, it'll be the logo brands, and then when it gets on ABC or Fox or whatever, it then switches because it'll be a bigger Saturday night game against like Dallas or the Avs, or it'll be like a Stadium Series game where the like let's look at Tampa versus Boston, for example, this year. Where oh, now all of a sudden we're putting numbers. Oh, voice crack again. Now all of a sudden we're putting the logo and numbers back on the sides of the helmet. Yeah, see that? That doesn't say Lightning. That doesn't say Lightning. Yeah, that's just my thoughts, people. I know it's a stupid rant. Panthers versus Oilers 2025. No, let's go 2026. Because this was the big Barkov Senka final jersey. Because this was the big thing that everybody was complaining about is how much, like, what the hell, like, because putting the captaincy and the Stanley Cup jersey, like putting it on the same side and letting, like, because again, like actually let's go look it up. How much money did they pay? Yeah, I know it's a sponsor, but like how much? Oh, come on, show us how much. Because again, it like a billionaire who has a billionaire company or whatever and stuff. If the money comes out where, oh, they paid $5 million a year or something, or 82 million a year, so it's $1 million for every game or something like that. Because sometimes the jersey patches switch. Like they'll have one brand for a home game and one brand for an away game. Because I was today years old when I realized I was today years old when I realized the difference between their home and away jerseys. Where when they're on the road, Florida, when they're at home, Panthers, took me this freaking long to figure that out. Because it's one of those things you don't look at, like you do, but like you don't notice it till it's like, oh yeah, because it's subtle. It's a subtle detail of we're at home, we know who we are, we know where we're from, we're the Panthers, but then on the road, oh, you haven't heard of us? Well, we're from Florida. Which I know that sounds super silly, but like with the Penguins, it's just simple Penguin, home and away. And I think the Panthers are the only the Panthers are the only team that do that, where they switch. I'm checking the Islanders because the Islanders have text. See, yeah, Islanders, and then the home Islanders. Who else has? Seeing if anybody else switches it up a little. Excuse me, when they're on the road. Again, clean jersey. Looked good. Look good, look good, look good. Again, yeah, cracking on the side of the lid. It looks good. It looks good. I don't think it kind of correlates to views and I mean the patches too. I think the patches need to get bigger and have a little bit more swag to them. But something tells me like I think if all the leagues, oh here we go. Here's one of McDavid. See how there's the Oiler logo on the side of the lid versus not anymore. Now it's like a Grubhub or something like that. Funny enough too, the Oilers have not gone back to this jersey. I think since the 22 season. Like I think they said goodbye and they haven't worn these jerseys since. Oh, the other thing too. Okay, let me with the all blues, which again I think the no it's this one. All blue alternate. No, get out of here. There you go, a little bit of dry settle. The other thing that I noticed too with lids is when they're wearing an alternate or they have like the logos that stick out on the side of the helmet, they'll also wear that instead of having a brand on the side. Which I think that should come out too, where we'll have the sticker is cool, but then when it's like a logo that pops out, I think it's so sick. Or chrome. Chromes look good. All right. Yeah, when the Kings did their silver chromes, they look good. Funny enough, though, the Vegas golden chromes don't look good. I don't know what it is. The Irish can make it work, but then Vegas tries to turn right back around, and it's like, nyeh. The other cheeky. All right. The other one that I think is pretty cheeky is when, like, for example, Capital One being for the Capitals. I think that's a little cheeky because it's like, oh, okay. Like, it kind of works, but there are other brands where it's like, okay. Like, there was one where I can't remember if it was like basketball. If it was basketball or hockey. No, it was the Astros. Because again, they have an orange jersey, and then all of a sudden, their shoulder patch is this huge, covers up the majority of the. Yeah. I feel like there's another team. There's another team where their patch, because again, I'm not opposed to shoulder patches of the team's logo. Like it actually looks real tight. Or if it's simplistic like this, if it's very monotone, very thin, very small, like those ones aren't too bad. It's when they have a huge one where it's like, yeah, okay, comes a little bit of an eyesore. Like for example, not too bad because it's not bigger than this, and it's not overpowering it, which overpower is such a silly word to use, but like, yeah, one of the teams, I can't remember. It's like they had like a red jersey, and then the logo on it was like a green logo, or like a yellow, like a totally different contrast color, and it was such an eyesore that they ended up changing it. I can't remember. But yeah, like that just looks like a headache. It just it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Okay, let me check the chat, guys. Chat, you guys have been so freaking quiet. What the hell? What the hell? You guys don't want to talk to me? God. Gosh, Tina. Freaking idiot. You know what, Napoleon? You can leave. Maybe I will. Gosh. Can you give me some chapstick? Why, Napoleon? Because my lips hurt real bad. Just go to talk to the nurse. No. I don't want to. Tina, come get your food. Eat the food. Eat the food. What would have been even funnier? I don't even think. Hold on. Does the llama spit on him? Tina, you fat lard, can get some dinner. Tina, you fat lard, come get some dinner. I don't even know if I don't think Tina spits on him. But how funny would it be if the llama? What the fuck? Stepping away. Here, have some dinner. Eat. Eat the food. I just. Yeah, if you had a scene where like Tina spits on him, that'd have been so freaking funny. That'd have been so freaking funny. So, anyways, Tina, you fat lard, can get some dinner. Um, you know what? These jerseys aren't too bad. They're all blues. Space City ones didn't look too bad either. Their white ones were clean. Their Houston Grays were good. Gray? I will say this. Gray jerseys, maybe it's just a staple and it's a blueprint that has kind of stayed and lasted. Like, look at this. MLB 150. You got the postseason. Like, clean looks. The logos aren't too distracting. Um, but maybe it's just because it was at the time and like baseball's been around for over 150 years. But like because every team has implemented the gray jerseys. Just it's clean. It's a good look, and um, I just think I don't know. Maybe it's because that's what they had back in the day. Back during Babe Ruth's era, where it's like, well, we have our colored jerseys. We're here we are, and then because yeah, because I'm trying to think. I think the Pirates and the A's were the only because a lot of color pop too back in the time because it's not like the Red Sox because that's the other thing that's kind of cool and simplistic about baseball and basketball is the pop. The pop is with the white jerseys at home. Like they're not doing. I mean, like, oh, there we go. See, this has a little bit of pop and color. Like this looks fantastic. Fantastic. The Pirates. Oh, that looks so clean. That looks so good. The 70s. Let's look at the 70s. Yeah, the Pirates with their all yellows looked good. Again, looks silly, looks dorky. Also, they made the two colors worked. Padres did too, where their pants were one color. I don't care. No, this is a clean look. This is such a clean look. Because you look at because like the pinstripes, that's what they're known for. And I think the Yankees, I think the Yankees are the only team in baseball that doesn't have their name on their jersey. They have no jerseys that say Yankees. It just says New York and the logo. I think they're the only team. Because the Phillies, because look at this, for example, the Phillies, it says Phillies, or they'll have the P, the Mets, the Dodgers, I think they got a New York one somewhere in there. Yeah, they're grays on the road. Because maybe the thing with baseball jerseys with the Panthers and how at home it says Panthers and on the road it says maybe yes. The away jersey says what their city. I think I was today years old when I also found that out. I think I found that out like a year or two ago. Because you don't think about it until, oh yeah, like majority of their away jerseys say the city they're from. But because like you look at like yes it says Vikings and stuff, but there's not a logo on the jersey. It's just the name, just the color, and then with just how it is with the NFL, you can tell color on color. That's what the difference is between home and away. Now we've kind of gotten into some murky waters a little lately where if I showed you this photo, let's do. I can tell where they are just because of just setting and the stupid amount of football games I've watched. Let's do this photo. If which wow, this photo is way out of date. But if I asked you, hey, where's this photo? Where's this photo taken? Where's this photo taken? You would think, oh, it's taken in Carolina because Carolina's wearing their home jerseys. Contraire, contraire, my friend. It's in Tampa. Tampa, it's so weird. Tampa, Tampa wears their away jerseys at home and away. Because what's even funnier is it's like, yeah, this looks like it could be in Carolina, and then you do the same thing where you shift over a little, and we also this one's in Carolina. Like there's just so many. It's so weird. The only team that looks good no matter where they are. And I know this sounds so stupid, but like the Cowboys make their whites look good. I don't know how. Like it's not my favorite jersey. It's not even in my top 10, but I guess we've just gotten so used to them wearing the same jersey because they have three jersey combinations. They have this one, they have their because they have blue pants. These are their blue pants. They have the white pants. They have the silver pants. They have the blue tops, and then the throwbacks. So they got a couple. See, yeah, there's the blues. There's the blues. And then they got like their Thanksgiving throwbacks or whatever. And then they got their. Oh, there's another voice crack. Let me take a swig. These don't look too bad. Like their blues look pretty good. But yeah, when I have been against it tremendously. It only sometimes worked with the uniform combo like this when they did their throwbacks, Giants versus Packers. I am very anti home team wearing whites. Very like this is not basketball, this is not baseball. Wear your team colors. Like I'm not a fan. You know what I'm not a fan of too? When now I'm picking on the Saints here, but when they wear their alternate, like they'll wear like this. What the hell is this? Like where it's it'll be an alternate. For example, with Seattle's, it'll either be their Grinch greens or they're all grays. They'll wear when you look at the color palette of Seattle's, it's blue, green, and gray. Oh, there's another voice crack. That's what I get for talking for 3 straight hours. But they'll do with their color palette, they'll pick the light color but not the whites. And when like this where they kind of do the sandy yellow look sort of, when they do that, it looks weird. It looks weird. I'm trying to think of what else, because like you look at the Steelers. I mean, the Steelers jersey looks super good. Like it looks clean. It looks nice. Even the Seahawks wearing their whites and grays on the road looks nice, as the away team looks real nice. Seahawks are silly for letting Kenneth Walker go to a different team. Super silly. The Steelers one time wore white at home, and it was like, what the hell? Yeah, here's one. For night games, okay, sure, maybe they can make it work. Oh, this looks like a freaking face mask. Oh, no. Is this hand grabbing his face mask? I can't tell. I can't freaking tell. But they do they use, yeah, they'll just get, okay, these look freaking clean, but they, where, I'm kind of thinking of, and notice how the Bears have not gone back to their green jerseys. No, not green. What the hell are they called? Orange. I'm trying to think. Like, only time will tell before the Raiders pull out a gray jersey. I could see that. But like the Lions, you know, they're blue, they're white, and then silver, and then so they'll then just take the silver and blow it out, and they have like an all silver jersey. It's like, I like it in some instances, but it's weird sometimes. But I am for jersey combos, like when we have Seahawks versus Bucks. Like when we had this looked super clean. This looks nice. Like, I'd take this and the way this looks over this. Super nice. Looks real nice. This looks nice too. Like, these jerseys, don't get me wrong. These are my favorite Buccaneer jerseys, even though they hardly wear them. I don't know if like during the season they like just vote on it as players, like, hey, you know what we should wear this week? Let's wear white pants. This jersey looks, again, I've kind of griped on it when when it looks good, when they can make it look good like this. I'm a little, I kind of retract my statements when they can make it look good like that. What's another? The other, no. um, let's do Dolphins Steelers. Sure, why not? The Dolphins too. The Dolphins look good. Yep, this one in particular. The Dolphins look good in their all whites. I think actually, arguably, I think the Dolphins look better in their all whites over the Cowboys. If I were to pick. I know, it's not saying much, but, you know, it's something. Again, the contrast between the orange and blue, and the teal and white looks good. It looks freaking good. Like how I think the Chargers look good in all unit combos. There's another voice crack. What complements the most with the Chargers is what their opponents wear. Like this, I don't think this looks good. Sometimes there's a little bit too much white on the field, because I just, yeah. I didn't like the Broncos rebrand anyways. There, I said it. Okay. If we're gonna change it up and not wear the orange anymore and change the jerseys, then throw it all the way back to the Elway Bronco days. Because this jersey's clean. This is a nice jersey. It's totally fine. The logo's good. The jersey's good. The glossy helmet's good. The matte finish that they have now, like there was nothing wrong with this jersey. It looked clean. Okay, yeah, maybe, the Broncos country let's ride era. Maybe we got bad feelings about it and we want to let it go. This era too, the Tebow era, with the reverse. Like this Bronco jersey just looks so clean. So clean. What they have now is kind of like, it's good, but it's like, I prefer the gloss look over, where's the matte finish? The matte finish looks good at the college level because everybody else is doing it, but the matte finish in the NFL doesn't look good because nobody else is doing it except the Vikings. Somehow, weirdly enough, the Vikings make it work. Don't know how, don't know why. It kind of works, but like it just weirdly it does. Like, yeah, let me go double check. I think they're the only team. Nope, Saints is a gloss. Cardinals are a gloss. When the Browns, when the Ravens wear this alternate purple, it's a matte finish, and when the Browns wear their all brown jersey, it has a matte finish. But ooh. You know what I'd be curious to see? So sick. Hand painted. All of them were freaking hand painted. So sick. Darth Vader. Again, elite jersey matchup. I'm a sucker for jersey matchups too. Like this was a good jersey matchup versus, fast forward a couple years. Again, elite jersey matchup. This would have looked nice. This would have looked real nice. Super nice. Even the Patriots in there. Even the Patriots in the blues. Yeah. This would have looked real nice. Looks real nice. Nice jersey combo. The splash of red, the splash of green. Looks nice. What'd they do this year? Where is it? Nasty. Get it off my screen. It didn't look, I don't know. Oh, stop it. This one was fine. Yeah, I remember the people talked about what would look real good is if this is the only time they should allow a throwback jersey. Oh, yeah. Falcons Broncos. That one looked pretty. Like yeah, this would have been awful. The Packers Patriots, that one looks fine though. That looked real good. Oh my gosh, back in the day. Raiders and the Eagles, that one they kind of contrast off each other. They actually look good. Cincinnati, the Bengals, Niners, they look good. Cowboys, Bills, clean. Absolutely clean. Again, I don't know how the hell it works, but the Saints and the Colts, just clean. It's a clean look. I don't know why it works. I don't know how it works. It just, like the colors they just pop off each other. It looks good. What about bad Super Bowl matchups? See, yes. Okay, hold on. No, that reminded me of something. This one, yes. This, hold on. Where, like it. Ooh. This is always fun too, to go down this little rabbit hole of like, if same team but just like switch the jerseys, where we have the Ravens in their purples. I don't know. I'm still on board with if they did color on color. That'd be so sick. That'd be so sick. Home and home, because it's like, you're not gonna, oh, I don't know who the hell I was throwing it to. I didn't see him down there. Like, you know what color your guy is. You know what color their guy is. You're gonna throw it to your guy. Cause like picture. No one's done an edit on it. If they both wear, I think there could be changes. I mean, if both teams wear red, like for example, home and home. Yeah, they both, like they did wear. Okay, here we go. Like if it looked like this would be fine, because one's green, one's red. There's not too much confusion. If you have like a blue team like the Patriots, and then Patriots and Seahawks, you could. I don't think you could do a home and home. Oh yeah, there's no way. Yeah, no, you wouldn't do a home and home with two blue teams. But like if in the event that you have, I mean, if Rams, no, let's pick if the Bengals and the Bengals and the 49ers. Like if the Bengals and the 49ers went to the Super Bowl, you could have your black and orange, and then your red and gold. That'd look good. Which, again, what would look better on Super Bowl Sunday? This, like Bengals in their aways with black, or this. Oh wait, no, that was the same. My bad. Or this. It's a tough call. Or this. This looks good. And then it's like, oh, go figure. They've already done this uni combo. I don't know. I'm a sucker for the jersey matchups. They look good. Photo. Every Super Bowl. I wonder if there's a photo of every Super Bowl. Iconic photos. One snapshot from every Super Bowl. Yo. Okay, we can do this. Yo, this looks sick. Okay, let's do it. Let's run through it. Let's run through it. Okay. Alright, so again, clean. This looks clean, super clean. This looks clean. Yeah, that one looks good too. Yes. It looks alright. Oh, super clean. You got the teal and the... Oh, super clean. Super clean. Oh, nice. The purple people eaters when they went back to back. The Steelers, yeah, the contrast between... The Steelers and Cowboys, like the color contrast between both of them, like... I like it kind of as much with the Eagles and the Chiefs. The last two times they've played each other. Like, the jerseys look good. This one's kind of meh. Like, the Raiders and the... This one looks good. There it is. Again, classic. Classic colors. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. Oh, this one's probably, yeah, one of the top 10. Put that up there. Top 10 matchup jersey. I'm getting ideas already. Like, these are my picks for the best top 10 jersey combinations in the Super Bowl. Oh, yeah. So far, I'd say, yeah, these are, no, this one's pretty good too. Yeah, I'd say 1 and 2. Yeah, Bengals, 49ers, and then Redskins, Dolphins. Yeah, these are 1 and 2. Ooh, the Raiders, Holmes. Those look good. Oh my gosh, that looks beautiful. That looks good. That looks good. This one a little damp. This one looks a little, yeah. This one looks good. The orange. The Bronco orange and the Redskins red looks contrast. Now, okay, so you have, where is it? This 49ers and then this 49ers. I prefer the other look when the 49ers are in their aways. That one looks a little better. Here we have our back-to-back years with the 49ers. The 49ers with the Broncos home unis. These look super elite, actually, if I'm going to be completely honest. The Bills and Giants looks a little meh. Bills and Washington this looks pretty good. Again, this one's pretty S tier, the Bills and Cowboys. Ooh, San Diego and the 49ers. This one looks... Actually, this one looks pretty good, actually, all things considered. Because, again, with some of their other matchups, the Niners looked better in their away unis. But with kind of the subtle, kind of matte finish of the dark navy blue, the dark navy blue, with the bright red and gold, it looks good. Again, more Steelers Cowboys. It looks good. The rep there. Okay. It looks good. It looks fine. Not my favorite. This one's S tier. This one's up there. The Packers away. Because the Broncos did a weird rebrand. This is what brought the dark blue Bronco era. I mean, it looks fine. No, I don't like this one. Compared to all the others that we've seen, this one looks pretty meh. Ooh. This one. Ooh. This one's pretty good. Meh. Again, black. Oh, what is it with black? It didn't look good on the Falcons. It didn't look good on the away Raiders. The Super Bowl against the Eagles. Where is it? Right here. Didn't look good on these Raiders. It looked good here, but with the splash of the red for Washington, it looked fine there in contrast. But then we go all the way down here. The black on the Ravens with the blue, it just, I don't know. So probably no. It's going to be a no for me, dog. These ones look good. Drewski, what are you doing out there? No, these ones look clean. The Carolina blue, Patriots blue, and again the Eagles home unis look good in the Super Bowl. They've never worn their aways in the Super Bowl, which is probably a good thing because some teams' jerseys, their homes are better than their aways. This, you know what? This jersey combo is kind of an ugly one in retrospect because, again, after the Seahawks rebranded, I know people still love these, but like their old stuff looks super good, and then this kind of, yeah, this would have been an all-timer if they were wearing their Nike era stuff. You know what? Looking at this one and then looking at this one's not that bad, but this one's kind of, holy shit, how many people? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 13 over here. There's 13 people in this photo. That's a sick photo. You can't top this one. This one's actually probably, there's another voice crack. This one's probably the best. Oh, no, never mind. This one, yeah. The black works here. Because again, you gotta have colors that complement the black. Well, and Steelers black looks better than Ravens and Raiders black. I don't know why. I think it's because of the pop of the yellow. But yeah, this jersey combo, this is S tier top 10. So we have 2 back-to-back great years. Oh, 3. You might as well pile on 4. Then we have this here, which is kind of, I don't know, it's different. Like, what did they change? Did they change up the pants? Did the Giants change the pants? Did the jersey hue look a little different? I don't know, but yeah, this one's pretty S tier. I wouldn't say it's like this one especially. This jersey combo looks a lot better than this one because there's a lot like 1, 2, 3. There's a lot of freaking yellow in this. But again, the Steelers jersey and the classic Packers jersey, like with how historic it is, it works. No. No, yes and no. Like I like the green, orange. Sorry, I like the orange. It does kind of work. It's kind of boring, but like I don't know. It works. It works. This S tier. This one looks good. This one, at the time, I really liked it. As I've gotten older, I'm kind of like, eh. Because they weren't going to wear their Carolina blue jerseys. They did look better in their blacks. But the Broncos away jerseys don't look good. They don't. This one looks phenomenal. The red and the blue contrast off each other perfectly. Yeah, this one looks perfect. This one was perfect. Just game was boring. This one works pretty good. Yeah, this one doesn't look as good anymore. S tier. S tier. Oh, that's all of them. They didn't include 60, but yeah, it's interesting to see that like some of the years stand out a little more than others with jersey combination. I didn't freaking know. You know what? Let's continue down this rabbit hole. Let's see if they got photo from every World Series. Let's see if they have. No, 552,000 photos of World Series games. The 24 best World Series photos of all time. Sure. Ooh, that looks cool. Look at this, bro. This is back when players would punch reporters if they were being a wise ass. Nowadays, the player gets canceled because they don't want to answer. Dude, I'm seeing a lot of 60s, dude. Where's the newer photos? Again, I'm seeing a lot of 60s. We got a 65, we got a 63, a 60. Dude, where are the photos nowadays? What the hell? Oh, look at that. That's a great photo. Oh, that's a great photo too. Yeah, back when the chest protector was nothing. Ooh, the Milwaukee Blues. The Mets, baby. This is the last time they won it too. There's a theory. Well, it's either this or the Twins. Like there's a dumb theory out there where in one of these walk-offs, they don't touch home plate. Like their team just swarmed them and they never touched home, which it's like, oh, okay, whatever. When was this? 96? That's a pretty cool photo. I didn't know Cleveland went to the 97. The Yankees. The Yanks. I need to find this type of photo, but like let me do 2025. Because it's about branding. Let me show you. Do they have it? Oh, okay, good. Okay, good. They at least have again, I like when they make the World Series stand out, when they make conference series stand out, where is... Let's just look at a baseball game now. Baseball. Here we go. Can we zoom in on this? Yeah, okay, we zoom in on this. That doesn't look like the San Francisco Giants logo. Those don't look like the Giants logos. World Series logos. Again, it's the little things. It's those kind of little things where it just baseball doesn't feel. Yeah, that doesn't look like. Yeah. Which again, you can have your logos here. You know, whatever. You know, it'd be super cool. That's rich. Dude, they haven't even freaking... I don't think they've won a postseason game since 2014. Let's actually look up the last time the Giants won the postseason. But yeah, it's little things like this. Like, it was back in 04. We got this in 2025, which good. But then, like, this was the World Series, though. And, like, normal, regular, everyday games. I don't think it's like that. What was I... Oh, yeah, Giants. San Francisco Giants. Last playoff win. Oh, 2021. Oh, okay. So it's been so they have done it more recent. Dude, are those cornrows? Hell yeah, Kid Rock. Hell yeah. No. When the Phillies won it, they ain't winning it. Badass. One of the greatest series that's ever. That's a cool photo. And again, the grays. Gray, 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 white. That's Yankee Stadium. Yeah, that's Yankee Stadium. So they'd be in their pinstripes, grays. Like it looks good. It doesn't look too bad. Pinstripes. Let's keep going down this rabbit hole. I like this rabbit hole. All 119 World Series. Hold on, let me proofread this before you. Hold on. I don't know. Hold on. Let me proofread this. I don't want to be opening something that I shouldn't be. Yeah, no, that has nothing to do with baseball. Took me to a whole different. Come on. No, let's do 24 most iconic. Oh, this is a cool photo. This is a great photo. I don't know. Threads. Photo from every, let's do NBA Finals. We're gonna see. Hey, spoiler alert! We're gonna see a lot of the Celtics and Lakers again, bro. Home and home. Are you kidding me? Look how sick that looks. Looks so sick. Sports Illustrated photos for sale. No, thank you. Let's do one photo from every NBA Finals. The 100 best NBA Finals photos. Let's hold on. See if we can get. Oh, dismiss. This isn't working. Either it's loading in or this is not working. $1 back to Curry. I'm for the layup. Oh, that's blocked by James. Maybe they compiled it. Maybe that's what this video is right here. Maybe it's a compilation. Hold on, it's gonna end here in like 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Nope, it's a highlight. See how nothing is loaded? Look, let me show you what I'm looking at. Nothing's loaded in. Nothing. It's just, here are the 100 best photos. Really? I don't see any. Lame. Okay, get out of there. See, the problem with this is like, this is celebrating and but it's not the actual NBA Finals. You know what I mean? Like, there we go. Boom. Like, that looks good. Oh, when was this photo taken? Whoa! That's a pretty badass photo. This was taken on film. That is so sick. Nice Curry. That's when they wore the electric blues. Where was it game 5? No. There was a game in 2021 where there was a jersey matchup where it looked, was it game 3? No. I don't like the Phoenix Suns white jerseys. I don't like them. They don't look good. Was it the Bucks? Nope. Hold on. Maybe it was this. Maybe it was game 4. Game 5. I want to see game 1. Game 2. Was it game 2? I could. Yeah, there's no game 1. There's game 4, game 2, game 3, game 5, game 4. Oh, game 1. Hello, there it is. No, hold on. I could have sworn there was one where maybe it was game 6. Yeah, this was the day right here where Giannis did not need to prove anything to the NBA. Giannis could freaking retire. Because the Bucks, we know how good the Bucks are. They've reached their ceiling. Yeah, maybe it was game 6. I could have sworn. Yeah. Because the Celtics, this is a great uni. You know, we got Draymond freaking humping the shit out of. I think that's Tatum. Someone, I don't remember who it was on this play, but Draymond's teabagging somebody on a high pick. Wait, hold on. Actually, we'll figure out who it is. It might be Brown. Okay, so we got white leggings and yellow shoes. Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns. This would be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind. Because it's not Pritchard. Pritchard's wearing black. Blue flower, red thorns. Blue flower, red thorns. Oh, was it Smart? Yes, it was Smart. Look at the yellow. Look at the yellow and the white. You look at the yellow and the white, and then we go up here. Oh, it's Smart. It's got to be Smart. So funny. That's so stupid. Blue flower, red thorns. It'd be so much easier if I wasn't colorblind. Yeah, this is good uni combo. Great uni combo. Anyways. Oh shit, shouldn't have done that. Now I gotta go all the way back to that. It was probably, you know what? It was probably this game, the Bucks white with the Suns Valley jerseys. It was probably definitely that. And we had the Raptors. We had the Warriors and the Cavs. Hot take. Hot freaking take. If the Cavs win this game, I think they probably win that series. I know that's a hot freaking take, but I think game 3 and 1 had collapses in both of them, and the Warriors ended up going up 3-0, and I think they swept 4-1. No, 4-1 was 2017, 4-0 was 2018, and I really think yeah, if they win this one, win game one, I think it could have been a totally different series. Totally. And this is just my opinion. Where we at? There's JR. Okay. These unis, when they wore these ones in the finals, they looked good. This is a good uniform combo. I know I earlier was like, I'm a little on the town jerseys. They made it look good. This one looked good too. When they wore their blue calves. Because again, just look how clean that looks. The Golden State white jerseys, they looked clean. It looked good. What the hell do we got here? Bulls. Bulls. Ain't no stinking Bulls. 92 final. Oh, here's another thing that needs to come back. You ready? Where is it? Where the frick did you go? This. The league, and I've made videos on this before, and I've given my thoughts and opinions. Hockey and basketball. What are you doing? The NFL's been able to distinguish itself same with the World Series, you can tell that this is the World Series. With the NBA and just putting a graphic on it, like, look how classic that looks. Look how freaking the NBA Finals logo down there. The NBA Finals little table sheet for the score table. Like the two logos at the Delta Center. Like, it just, come on. It looked good. Well, okay. I think I'm getting super tired. I'm not signing in. What the hell? I'm not signing in. Let's go to slide 5. That 15,000. Oh, dude, we'll be here all freaking day, man. Because, like, Super Bowl team photo shoot, Super Bowl, Radio Row, Super Bowl practice, Super Bowl flag football. And it's like, oh, no, please. No, get it out of the way. Just do the Super Bowl. Look at that. Super Bowl. Ugh. Sorry, Super Bowl host committee parade. No, get that. That's not part of the Super Bowl. Like, it is, but like that's not what I'm looking at. Look, I'm not looking for Monday Night Raw with Logan Paul and Pat. Like, this has nothing to do with the Super Bowl, and like why it's under the hashtag, don't know. Alright, people. I think we're gonna end the stream here. We'll close that out here. So we got a few people. Okay. Okay, so tomorrow, again in the bracket, UConn and Duke. I don't know about y'all. I think I got UConn. And then Michigan and Tennessee, I'll take Michigan. And then on Michigan and Arizona, I'll pick Michigan. And if UConn, Illinois, I'll pick UConn. And then I'll have UConn versus Michigan. And then I want to see Michigan win, but I don't know if they do. I really don't know if they do. All right, Schneikes, people, I'm getting tired. Okay. Wow, we have been streaming and yapping about sports for 4 freaking hours. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm freaking talking about. That's what it's all about. So we got any cool games tomorrow? No. Maybe Rangers, Phillies. Red Sox, okay, maybe Pirates, Mens. Maybe. I don't know. It's still so early. In the season where it's like, oh, we don't have any cool games? Oh, well. Oh, look at this. I didn't close out of this. Still got the hump. Draymond teabagging. All right, people. We are going to end the stream, though. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. Be on the lookout for... Got a couple videos I got to... Oh, my gosh. Wait, we got one more thing to do. As if I didn't have 4 hours to do it. I just thought of something totally last second. Not now. Get out my way. What we gotta do? I still gotta edit this video, and it's gonna be so out of date. Yes, here it is. I could zoom in a little. Okay, let's zoom in a little. There we go. Alright. Well, there we go. No, that looks so bad. Looks so gross. Here. Looks so gross. I'll zoom in here. If the Stanley Cup playoff started today, I'm going to have to retool and re-edit all of this anyways. La, 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 la. Alright. Okay, here we go. Because again, the Predators weren't here last time, and the voice crack Islanders were not here last time. Give me the Avs, give me the Stars, give me the Avs. Give me the Ducks, give me the Golden Knights. Ducks and Gold, yeah, give me the Golden Knights. Out of the Avs and Golden Knights, give me the Avs. Okay, out of Buffalo, Sabres, and Boston, give me Boston. Give me Tampa. Give me Carolina. Give me the Penguins. Penguins and Carolina, give me the Penguins. And then I had Tampa and Boston. Give me Tampa. And then I had Tampa and the Penguins. Give me the Penguins. And then I had the Penguins and the Avs. Give me the freaking Penguins. Give me the freaking Penguins. So. But I think anybody could win it this year, kind of. Or we could. Hell, we could. Hell, while I'm down here, I might as well. Edit that up a little bit. Okay. Oh my gosh, that looks so bad. Ooh. All right. Let's end this stream, shall we? Oh. It's too soon. Okay. Anyways, guys, thank you all for watching. We are going to end the stream here because it is, holy shit, it's 1:10. It is freaking 1:10 in the morning. We have been yapping about sports for 4 hours. So I might as well end the stream now before we hit the actual official 4 hour mark, because right now we are at 3 hours and 58 minutes. Now we are at 3 hours and 59 seconds. So, anyways, guys, I thank you all for watching the stream and hanging out with me. Be sure to hit that subscribe button if you're seeing this now, live, or whenever you watch it. Thank you. And yeah, we'll see you guys in the next stream.